Howdy folks, Monty here, and welcome to another episode of Armchair Developer, where we talk about World of Warcraft, where the game is, where the game was, and where we hope the game will be. And today I've got something completely different than what I had originally planned, because some big news happened today in World of Warcraft, and that is that Chris Metzen is retiring. Chris Metzen is the Senior VP of Story and Franchise Development at Blizzard. He's played an integral role in the creative development of StarCraft, Diablo, and most notably World of Warcraft, where he is especially known for the writing and voice work of the character Thrall. Metzen has been a staple of the World of Warcraft community, making several high-level appearances at BlizzCon, and was really involved, as I understand it, in the creative work done behind the scenes for the Warcraft film. His retiring today is, like I said, pretty big news, and we're going to talk just briefly about what that's going to mean for the game. Metzen brought a very Dungeons & Dragons feel to World of Warcraft. He originally had a Dungeons & Dragons playgroup that led to him joining Blizzard as an artist and then moving on to the more detailed story work. Metzen is very much an orcs versus humans kind of guy. During the press tour of Warlords of Draenor, they talked a lot about putting the war back in Warcraft, and what they're talking about there is the type of feel that Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, and Vanilla World of Warcraft had, which is really where I think Chris Metzen felt best. He felt most comfortable. Metzen, again, voiced Thrall, but he also voiced characters such as Nefarian and Ragnaros that had a very kind of visceral, high fantasy feel to them. And you didn't get too much back then into the cosmic portion of the story. And by cosmic, I mean relating to the cosmos. Everything was centered on Azeroth. You didn't talk about other worlds. You didn't talk about the Burning Legion as much. You didn't know much about who they were. You didn't talk about going to Outland, going to Draenor. It was all very down-to-earth, blood and sand, and getting in there and just duking it out, orcs versus humans. So looking at where World of Warcraft will be without Metzen, I think we're going to start to see the creative team embrace that more in-depth, sci-fi-ish look at World of Warcraft. I think we'll see, again, more cosmic stories. I think, for one thing, we've got a story that's leading us to another planet, Argus. I think we're going to see a lot more about the origins of Azeroth itself, a lot more about the Titans, a lot more about the Legion, what they've been doing out on other worlds, and just kind of a broader scope with a lot of focus on Draenei and trolls and night elves and gnomes and all the different races. It's not just going to be an orcs versus human thing. And that's not to say that Metzen didn't look at any other race. That's not to say that having that intense focus on orcs versus humans was bad. It was just really a different genre altogether. And I think World of Warcraft, for better or worse, is not going to feel, moving forward, like it did back in the day. I think the recapturing of the vanilla World of Warcraft spirit is by and large over. We're moving on to what's next, and in a lot of ways that kind of progress is good. All that said, Chris Metzen brought a tremendous energy to World of Warcraft. I think he was a pretty positive influence on the game, and I think that it's safe to say that the game would not be where it is today without his involvement. So Chris Metzen, we wish you all the best, and Lok'tar Ogar. Well, that's all I've got for you guys today. Do me a favor, hit me with a like or subscribe, or hey, let's do both. Both of those help out the channel a great deal. Also, leave me some comments. Let me know what your favorite memory of Chris Metzen is and what you think the game's going to be like now that he's moved on. Keep an eye on the channel for more content coming up. We've got a Blood Death Knight tanking guide coming up, as well as continued commentary on the state of the game, more quick tips, and here pretty soon some coverage on what's coming in patch 7.1, Return to Karazhan. So stay tuned, and thank you guys for watching.